Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday, and we are working because it rained a lot yesterday. So I stopped in to pick up the Hydroseeder from the rental place, and I'm going to meet Brian up on site. He's got 500 gallons of water on the dump truck, and we're going to get started. I sold the Hydroseeder I had last year. It was a giant piece of garbage, and I sold it to somebody. And now I rent this one, and it's a much better unit. Faux show.
Thank you.
So this is a 325 gallon machine. So we will put 2 bales of cellulose in and about 20 pounds of seed and let it mix. We fill it about 2/3 of the way, put our ingredients in while it's mixing, and then fill it up the rest of the way and let it mix for a few minutes before we get going. This thing is an Epic brand, I believe, and they told me today they were just bought out by Finn, and it's awesome. The one I had off eBay, like I said, was pure junk. It couldn't mix things if you wanted to, so this thing here mixes it perfectly every time. The tank is specifically made for hydroseeding. There's no nooks and crannies in the tank. It's sloped already to the outlet. There's a tray up top to hold the bale. You can see Brian up there breaking up the bale and throwing it in. Really keeps the waste from getting all over the truck. If we do more of this stuff, I'll probably buy another one, but we've really gone to doing more and more grading and some ditching, so it's $200 to rent it for the day, and to me it's well worth it. If you were curious as to what I was doing while Brian was mixing, one of the planks on top of the bed rail was cracked, and we had the tank strapped in back there, but it was up and over the planks and down to the bottom of the bed, and of course it was just bowing in the planks, so I decided to just take them off, and we'll throw the one out and get a new one. But I only put 2x8s on, and the bed is huge. It's already a 5-yard bed. I don't mulch, so it's not like I need to make the sides a lot taller. So anyways, let's get to spraying. We're using a conservation mix, which is only $244 per 50-pound bag now. So seed prices are getting a little bit out of hand if you haven't noticed. I put my gloves on for this project, or as some of my guys call them, my little bitch mittens. But you know what? I don't want to get my hands all calluses. take this time to apologize to those out there paying attention to how often my stomach appears at the base of my t-shirt. I realize that this may cause you to not put this video in your spank bank. That was not my intention. It was not my intention to become so fat this summer. I enjoy not monitoring what I eat. So yeah, I apologize for that. As you can see, I'm getting my steps in. I think on this project I burned 11, if not 12 calories. And yeah, so things are looking up. This section here didn't even need any ditching. The engineer called for it. I scooped out a little bit of stuff here and there in the high spots, but this is one of the only homes that actually mows their ditch and takes care of the area in front of their house like this, so I didn't really feel the need to go and dig up too much just because the engineer said so. Once we emptied the tank, we needed to flush it out properly. It was clear that the last people that rented this thing didn't clean it out properly, and didn't top it off with fuel either, because we used it for roughly a half an hour and had to put 2 gallons of fuel in it. And those Honda engines are much more efficient than that. So we brought 525 gallons. We mixed up a 300-gallon load. So I dragged the hose over into the bushes and left it on at about half throttle, and we used the 225 gallons of remaining water from our tank to fill up and clean out the upper section of the Hydroseeder tank, and then we just let it blow out and completely flush the system, because that's what Jesus would do. Hey look, the ditch is pitched properly. Hey, I really appreciate all 5 of you who watch these videos. I really enjoy doing the work, documenting it when I remember to, and I really like editing. So hopefully we can get up to 1,000 subs so I can make at least $7 a video, since I have roughly $5,000 invested in editing equipment. It'd be kind of cool to break even at some point. No pressure. So tell your friends.